Was it pretty? Was it ugly? It doesn't matter to the All Flakes, who are firmly living by the motto of a win is a win regardless of how it looks. They come up now against Toulon for their third round matchup, looking to put another one in the bank up against a side who would be happy to win no matter how it looks, as they are 0-2 heading into round 3. Hello everyone and welcome on to Flakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the subscriber series, the Global Rugby Challenge, where the All Flakes are in action for the third time to kick off this third round. Their team will be as follows, but first things first, the issues with this team are close victories that haven't garnished them any bonus points as of yet. The only subscriber side to not pick up a bonus point and one of only 3 teams to not pick up any in the whole competition. Big wins are not a factor of their play. They did take out the Crusaders 20 points to 7, and then it was that tight one against the Exeter Chiefs by just 10 points to 7. They'll be looking to win yet again, but bonus points is something they must start thinking about very, very soon. The starting team for the side is as follows. The front row has a couple of returnees back to the lineup after Seru returns at loose head prop, but it is Luke Lambert and Nicholas Friedlander, the experienced campaigner, starting on the tight head side. In the second row, it's a combination that has seen many caps together. Brett Hartley going alongside Benjamin Grayson. In the back row, well, this is where the action happened last episode for the All Flakes when they just took that tight win. It was possibly the second man of the match, Mark Tommy, who returns starting at 6, and Matt Sacco goes alongside him at 7, moving from 8, and Akahara Commander goes from the second row back to his favoured number 8 position, and also with the captain's armband. He has been a revolutionary player for this All Flakes side. It leads by example, and he is a massive factor in how this team performs. Into the back line and starting at scrum half will be Jimmy Henderson, returning to the starting 15. Alongside him will be the saviour from round 2, Samer Coop, at fly half. Into the centres, there's been a little bit of a chop and change. Adam Fleetwood retains but moves to 12, and Saki Gavadi moves out to 13. On the left wing, yet again, we have Liam Symes-Wells, and on the right, the return of Ike Wrigley to the number 14 jumper. And after all the problems and issues in the number 15 jumper for the All Flakes, it is George Pullman, the opening try scorer for the All Flakes, who will start at the back. He'll be looking to add a little bit of strength to that number 15 jumper, which has been a bit wanting in the last couple of games. Up against them will be Toulon. Now, we mentioned how they are winless so far, the glamour French club, but their 2 results have been nothing short of underwhelming. Defence is clearly an issue for this team, as they've conceded 35 points in both of their outings so far, while only scoring 29 over the 2 games themselves. It was the opening game where they went down in an immaculate second half display by the Celtic Dragons, 35 points to 3. They had a bit of fight back against Crusaders in round 2, but still going down 35 points to 26. The team, once again, is unchanged as they keep the same starting 15 that is very strong, plenty of strength to the side. Any side with a combination of Ma'anonu and Matu Bastero in the centres is sure to be dangerous. Tui Sova on the right wing, we know what that man can do in a forward pack that has plenty of caps, plenty of power, and plenty of big names. Can they show up today here and pick up their first win at the expense of the All Flakes, who are just surviving so far in the Global Rugby Challenge? We are all set to go here. It will be Samer Coop with the ball for the All Flakes, who are playing in their home strip. It is a home match for the All Flakes as well, where Eden Park, it is Toulon, who have gone off their away strip. A bit of a kick clash almost, but the mainly red will be with the French side as we get ready to go in this big game. Round 3 of the subscriber series. Referee blows go, and we are underway. It is the All Flakes kicking off in Toulon to receive, and it's nicely claimed and pulled in by Tao Fifanua, who claims the ball on his 22. Vermeulen goes back, and Bello takes a little bit of time to get herself underway there, organised, as it's down to George Pullman, who we know has a strong kicking game, and he returns it nicely, chases hard, and puts it into touch, just about 7 or 8 out from the Toulon line. Well, that's what they've missed in their opening 2 rounds, the All Flakes. The pressure of a kick return, the pressure of open play like that, they have not returned in full force. To the middle it goes, and Talfa Vanilla, the man who received the kickoff, takes it down in the middle, and Toulon look to put a bit of power. Oh, they're going to roll on, and look at them throw the numbers in. The All Flakes have to reply, and finally they do. Van der Merwe, bit of a run there from the tight end prop. Simon Coop turns it over. Coop from the corner, sides Wells, could go on in, but he's just taken down a metre or two short. Wide ball to no one. Tommy Wrigley away to Kamana, and Akahana Kamana. He puts in the first try, and the All Flakes start off with a hiss and a roar that they have missed for the opening 2 rounds. We spoke about this man as being the leader, as being the soldier, the warrior in this All Flakes team. He stood up here. Ike Wrigley did very well. It was a poor play and just a little bit of acceleration there from Kamana to get away from Tillesport. Almost still on the left corner there after mistakes from Toulon. And now, look at that, straight through Tillesport. He was never going to match up to the big number 8, the captain, the leader of the All Flakes, and he dots down right under the sticks. Great start for the All Flakes, just what they need. Sam Coop involved. Everyone's been and had a touch. As for Toulon, not much, and you've got to say, this was all created back from the George Pullman kick return as well. So, what a difference that makes as well for the All Flakes. They look a much better unit now, and they are up 7-0 over Toulon. James O'Connor returns back to halfway. He'll look to get the game back underway. A deep kick here down into All Flakes territory about the 22. Fleetwood off. Fleetwood not happy there. Simon Coop gets it. Now it's Sacco, and he's been brilliant at number 8. He returns, and the 7 jersey today though. Oh, and turned over from Toulon. Good work there from them. They change directions. Cut it back, and through they go. What a chance here for Toulon. They cut back when they should have gone open. Release. And they just kill the move dead here, the All Flakes. Nonu with a strong run. And Nicholas Friedlander takes him down in a hurry. Another pick and go this time. It's Olivon. Upper side flanker for Toulon. Here's Dane Vermeulen. Great offload as well. Wrigley makes a tackle. But on the left side, it's a good break there from Smith. And eventually Juan Smith goes into touch. And a promising start from Toulon after conceding. Looks a lot better now. Here is the throw on from Luke Lambert. Takes it to the back. Oh, Henderson! He spelt that. Cut and dry. Well, you don't expect that. Jimmy Henderson hasn't had much to do. He's been quick around the park. He's been, well, pretty much innocuous. He's not done anything wrong. He's just done his job well this time. He spills it all over his 22. Not good here for the All Flakes. Tillesport feeds in an area where Toulon should be well adequate enough to deal to the scrum. It is twisting somewhat. I want to get it out of there soon here. Tillesport, he's kind of cornered himself, but he opens it up nicely. Bello away to Nonu, who goes one further, and it's a great chance now. Bossaro puts a little grubber through, looking for Tuisova. And that was terrible, terrible play from Toulon. What a get out of jail free card there for the All Flakes. And they quickly opt for the 22 dropouts. You got to say, Toulon really should have a try on the board here. They've had a considerable amount of chances. Samaku looks to go left side. He puts a flat one away, and it was Fleetwood chasing hard. Another great offload there for Toulon. Could be a turnover here, and all over it quickly. There was Matt Sacco. Could be a turnover still here for the All Flakes. It does. It does come back. Hartley goes wide quickly. Fleetwood playing it inside centre. Terrible pass. Coop picks it up and goes to Gavani. Gavani's open now. He's got Henderson. He's still got Wrigley. Ike Wrigley down the touchline. He'll have the wheels. Gets away just from Grado, but he will not take on Ma'anonu. And the All Flakes stop down again. Great play that almost broke down by the All Flakes there. In midfield, Fleetwood just didn't get his pass away. You see him jogging back. We won't go back far enough, but Henderson was the middle man who was cut out completely. And it was away we go for Ike Wrigley, who finally scores. Missed out round 2. Was unlucky in round 1. Look at that pass over the top there. Simon Coop, I think it was, who popped it away to Gavaldi. And no one was stopping Wrigley after that. Good play, Saki Gavaldi. showed his ability in round 2 in his debut. Now he's back and looking better as well at outside centre. Simmer Cooper's retained kicking duties, which may come as a surprise to some. And number 10 Jumbo, especially with George Pullman in the side. But you've got to leave responsibilities to key players. Pullman's got a job to do at the back. He's done it very well so far. And Simmer Coop, can you complain? He's been immaculate as well. Now's the second shot at goal that he's had to take on. And the All Flakes lead Toulon 14-0 after half an hour. Well, this is good by the All Flakes. We haven't seen much in the way of dominant displays by them at all. They struggled to put away the Crusaders, and they struggled big time against the Exeter Chiefs. Here's Kamana. Now today they look like they might have got over that poor start. Here's Mark Tommy, a big dive pass to Simmer Coop. Oh, he's been taken. He didn't really look like he wanted that. Oh, Gavani has just put a big man in the hospital ward with a broken neck. Nonu does well, finds support too in a sciencey way. Oliver does himself.
Release.
And they're inside the 22 again here, Toulon. This could be a big play if they can score some points.
Release.
And nothing, one-off play there. Look straight to the defence. Tillis board. The way it goes, and out wide they come. Tuisova easily dealt with there from Liam Symes-Wells. They've got to put him in a couple of times here, Toulon. The All Flakes have dealt with it comprehensively, you'd have to say. Luke Lambert puts down to Henderson. Here's Samacook with just a minute or so to go before the halftime break. And he says to Toulon, you want to score before the half? You're going to have to do it from way back there. They say no thanks. And they kick it back to Ike Wrigley. Oh, Fleetwood gets a terrible pass. Oh, they had to struggle here with it. Symes-Wells has got the ball out wide. Looks to step inside. But Tuisova says, no. You don't let me pass, I'm not going to let you. And they turned it over as well. Here is Tillisport, back inside to Smith, who pops it away to Vermeulen. What an opportunity now for Toulon. Tillisport again. Oh, that's bad. That is really bad from Tillisport. Harley turns it over, and they quickly go wide. And quickly out to Gavaldi. Gavaldi's still got Tommy with him. Tommy down the sideline. Can't get away. And this will be a turnover to Toulon. Or will it? It's there, and it's a pop away from Grayson. He smashes us in the skies, looking to put more pressure on this Toulon side. Back to Ma'anonu, who has smashed it straight over the head of George Pullman. Half time well and truly over, folks. Pullman says, I've had enough of this. And he smashed it into touch just short of halfway, but we will be going to half time. The two teams having a little bit of excitement there at the end of the half, but we go to the break. 14-0, the All Flakes, 2 converted tries to zip over Toulon. Plenty of chances here for the French side as well. The All Flakes making a lot of errors. Toulon have been clean and tidy. They've got all the territory as well and a decent chunk of possession. But surprising there's no line break stat there, because it would have been interesting to see what Toulon had done in that first half. But you've got to say the All Flakes looking a lot better here with those key positions having strength in them as well. We talked about Pullman at fullback. He's been extraordinary. You say Sam McCoop has really stepped into that number 10 role very, very well. And you can't go without mentioning their back row, which is as good as it gets in the Global Rugby Challenge. They lead 14-0. Toulon, work to do. They need to score first after half-time. James O'Connor will be looking to pin down these All Flakes here. He needs to. It's his side. Needs to put pressure on and force a mistake. No. What do I know? He goes short. Mark Tommy away to Simon Cope. And already we're straight to our work. He chips overhead. Fleetwood's in tow as well. Fleetwood ring-gunners. Oh, he offloads. What an offload it was. But he does not find the intended target. And Toulon have got the ball back. Wide. Oh, a big knock on. Tommy kicks forward. And a try. Try to Jimmy Henderson. That was the pressure that Toulon had to put on the All Flakes. It has turned out the other way around. Big kick pressure there. They tried to get it away through Bello. There was no way through. Fleetwood, well, some may argue he was massively offside. Mark Tommy chipped it through. Jimmy Henderson, was he onside? Referees called it a try. I'd imagine Samacoop will be lining up the conversion. Oh, yeah, oh! I was about to say, oh yes. But Jimmy Henderson was retreating when Mark Tommy kicked that ball through. A lot of questions to be asked there. The referee has no qualms. He's awarded the try. And with this, Samacoop will say, you can't change your mind now. Toulon do not look happy. Controversial decision here at Eden Park as the All Flakes continue on their merry way. 3 tries now, and they lead 21-0. One more for that, game-changing bonus point it'll be for the All Flakes as well. This has really been their best performance by far. And this is what James O'Connor had to do at the halftime. Gavardi away to Fleetwood, who has passed just about set things alight the other way. Here's Nicholas Friedlander, looks quickly wide. It's Akahata Kamana looking for that bonus point play. Samacoop down the sideline. He's still got side swells. Might not need him, he won't. He's in. Samacoop, another try for the fly half. And the All Flakes are looking good here in round 3. It's taken them a while, but we finally see that emphatic display that has been wanting for so long. Other sides have got into their gears easy, but it is the All Flakes that have taken the longest time to do it. They register their first bonus points, and Toulon, wow, their season goes from bad to worse. Nicholas Friedlander changing hands like a pro. Akahata Kamana just got that pass away, almost left it too late, and Liam Symes-Wells was waiting, saying, Sama, I'm here. You've got me, Sama. I'm on your shoulder. Samacoop, though, says, not a chance, buddy. This one's mine. Turning out to be a cult figure in this All Flakes uniform. Really doing the job brilliantly. We are only 10 minutes into the second half as well. We've had 2 fantastic tries from the All Flakes. Samacoop grabbing the second. The 4th of the match, the bonus point try, which will be a massive, massive factor for this All Flakes side. 28-0. Goodness me, Toulon, what are you doing out there? Losing to everyone. Here is O'Connor. That's better from him once again. He needs to do this every single kick. But Grayson gleefully takes it, and Fleetwood, wow, kicking's on a strong suit, but he's got a good kick away. Bit of a cracker as well, as it sparks off the boots. And nicely goes into touch as well. Got to be happy with what he's done there, Adam Fleetwood. He's played all 3 games so far. As the All Flakes, well, what's Jimmy Henderson doing? He's going for a real scamper. Throw in from Grado, he goes to the back, and Olivon pulls it in. They look to shimmy it back towards the touchline, but here come Toulon. They have been far too quiet for far too long. Look at this, and Mark Smith, they've got to pass. Oh, he's got to pass that. The frustrations growing evident now in this Toulon camp. I think it goes, oh, Bellew did very well. Now the offloads are coming thick and fast. Tommy Smith's his man. But it is Arthur Seru who goes in to assist. Recycle ball. Oh, big tackles coming in there. As the All Flakes look to assert dominance on this game. Now they look to Tillis Porter, first receiver. And Dane Vermeulen trying to force the issue. It's the All Flakes. Well, they're throwing in man all over the place, and they have turned this ball over. Friedlander away to Fleetwood. Fleetwood puts up a big bomb, looking out wide is Wrigley. Wrigley chasing hard, but nicely and easily claimed there by James O'Connor at the back for Toulon. Nothing on short side. Oh, Akahata. Oh, Akahata. Thunderous tackle. And the All Flakes put the big foot down there on Toulon. And Akahata as captain has said, no, we want to pile on the pain, as Samacoop puts in a crunching kick right into the pinpoint corner, and he's happy with it as well. So what's the call here from the All Flakes? Luke Lambert with the line-outs. Goes up. And holding on to it nicely here at the front is Brett Hartley. Look at this charge here from the All Flakes. Friedlander's right there. Friedlander goes in and pick and go from the back of the ball. And that is forward dominance by the All Flakes. 33-0, a penalty, a big drive, and then off the back comes a big tight head prop. Nicholas Friedlander, he's in for another try in a storied career for this big man. Looked at Ma'anonu, Almost was a bit of a fend, was a bit of a don't even bother, mate, because you're not going to touch me. Look at him at the back. He is a big unit, and he stands up, looks short side, says, no, there's a wee gap here, I'll sneak through. Big diving slide, and he goes Friedlander. Great try. And this is emphatic of the highest standard now for the All Flakes. They've been less than impressive so far, but this one could really turn the corner for them. 67 gone, 33, make it 35. Samakup is really piling on the points here today. Great weather for it as well, but overcast, but the ground certainly firm underfoot as we've seen. Plenty of running chances for these two sides. Toulon, boy, they've had their chances. Could say easily they should have scored 3 tries, and we could have really had game on. And the All Flakes have exited well. They've broken the line well. Friedlander goes way to Lambert. Fleetwood, he's got the ball again, Adam Fleetwood. And again, he smashes one. A bit high this time, not really where he wanted it to go. Until his board leads the line here for Toulon. And slow ball coming back. Nasir for Garado. Oh, that is just nothing there from Toulon at all. And Henderson, it's given away to Samakup. Fleetwood's got it back, and again he kicks this one. Well, it's off the side of the boot, isn't it? Had to happen sooner or later. I don't know why Fleetwood is getting all these open plays to kick. He's possibly the worst kicker in this back line. But he's really put in a much better performance than we've seen from him in the opening 2 games, has Adam Fleetwood. Stolen in the middle. Grayson does well. Samakup looking. Oh, Kamala didn't really want that. Fleetwood gets it now. Another 2 will pass. But Gavadi does well. He's looking to go himself. Chips ahead. And out in the full as well, I do think. Now, Saki Gavadi has been instrumental in this midfield pairing. It is, again, out on the full. Toulon through Garado will throw in. This time they get their man in the middle. It is Tal Fafanua who has been probably the most involved player for Toulon here today. Kruger looking to find some room on the short side. Tillis Borders one, the smallest man in contact, and he's the one who takes it into tackle. Ma'anonu goes wide. Tal Fafanua again is the one involved. They've got it out wide here. Now's a big chance. Busto outside to Tuisova. Up against Liam Soames-Wells, who rejects another chance and another penalty as well. Tuisova has had nothing but big work to do. Liam Soames-Wells has just shut him down. Samakup, well, no brainer here. They've got the win in the bag, and Samakup goes through. Big tackle from the side though. Well, amazingly, they are going to be kept to 0 here. Fleetwood changed directions, goes back to Liam Soames-Wells, going for the corner. Soames-Wells, no! He's rejected by James O'Connor. You'd almost back him to put that in, wouldn't you? And Toulon, controversially, will turn this over. And knocked on! Oh, unbelievable! It's picked up by Toulon, and Bellew ends it. A big mistake from the visiting side. They have not adapted. They have not been in this contest at all. Full time goes. A big win here for the All Flakes. They've taken a while to get started. They've been close, they've been tight, even after the 80th minute, like last week, where they just snuck past the Exeter Chiefs. Today, however, they have thumped Toulon comprehensively as well. Ma'anonu returning to the home of All Black Rugby, and it has not been a wonderful return for the former All Black inside centre. 5 tries to zip. That's what I can't get over here. Some of these sides here have just not managed to score any points at all. Toulon have had so many chances, yet they've not put anything to bed at all. The All Flakes, though, they were, the very best they've been. 5 tries. Nicholas Friedlander, Akara Kamana, Jimmy Henderson even put one in. Samakup with a try of his own, and Ike Wrigley got one for the wingers, who have been, nothing short of a gallop here so far in this season. Samakup was perfect with a boot, 5 out of 5. Toulon, though, nothing to celebrate there at all. Surprisingly, they've scored 29 points now in 3 games, yet ironically, they've conceded 35 in all 3 of their appearances. That is bizarre. Very, very bizarre. Possession was all the All Flakes. They had all the ball. Toulon really were wasteful. Territory, though, pretty even. Toulon actually nudged that by a few percent. Offloads going the way of the All Flakes. Toulon just could not get that game going. Handling errors 9-2. 2-2 in the second half. Neither side will be too happy to make any handling errors at all. Line breaks. Here's the interesting stat. Toulon, 4 of them should have scored at least a couple of tries. The All Flakes made 8, and they scored 5 times as well. 35-0, a thrashing. The All Flakes well on their way now with their first bonus point of Season 2. So, opening up round number 3 with the glorious victory to the All Flakes, who with that go top of the table, 13 points. Now, you look at that table on the right and you see all the subscriber sides have got 1 bonus point and 1 non-bonus point result. All Flakes, yes, 2 without the bonus point, but it is interesting that although they're getting the wins and generally quite comfortably, the bonus point is still proving to be pretty elusive for these sides so far. Let's have a look at the table, and we can see the All Flakes will get off them there. Do lead the way on 13 points. The Flakers, Celtic Dragons, and the Guardians sit 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So not much in it there for them. Still a long way to go when these sides do meet. The remainder of this week, we will have the Guardians of the Crib up against Clermont. Crusaders obviously play Scarlets in the middle, and the Flakers versus Munster. Celtic Dragons up against the Emirate Lions, who did take a thrashing themselves last episode. So can they return from that? We'll see later on in this round. But for round 3, that is what we have coming up. A big win starting off the All Flakes. So we also have the Wasps, who took out a win over the Exeter Chiefs 34-15. So interesting start to the competition in round 3. Still a long way to go, obviously, when these 2 sides, or these 4 sides, start to meet each other bit by bit. That is going to really put it, interestingly, where these sides are going to go. But for today, that is me done and dusted. You can look forward to the Guardians of the Crib next episode up against Clermont. Hope to see you all there for that one. Thank you for watching as always, and do not forget to leave your thoughts on who deserves to be in Team of the Week following that opening round match from the All Flakes. Leave that thought in the comments. Leave it to me on Twitter as well. Anywhere you can find me. And we'll have Team of the Week coming your way at the end of round number 3. Until then, thanks for watching as always. Hope you enjoyed today's matchup, and I'll see you all next time. Guardians, Clermont. See you then. Take care.